Hey guys, it's Mohammed again, and in this video we will be talking about the FindWindowEx function. Quick MSDN again. MSDN FindWindowEx. Okay, so what this function does is it retrieves a handle to a window whose class name and window name match the specified string. The function searches a child window. So FindWindowEx, it works with the parent and child relationships. So you pass the handler for the parent window, and then you get the handler for the child window. So in our case, we want to find the handler for the text area. So the parent window is the untitled window, and then the child window is the text area because this window comes right after this, and I'll explain that in a minute. But first, let's look at the parameters. So first parameter is the handler of the parent. So the parent handler, we already got that. The second parameter is the child after. We don't know this because we're looking for the child handler, so we'll just pass null. The third parameter is the optional, which is a class name, and I'll show you a tool here which will also display the class name. It is optional, but it's a good practice to start putting the class names from now on, because in later functions we will be using class name a lot. So, but we do need to find it, and I have a tool for that. I'll just show you that in a bit. And the fourth parameter is the title of the window. And if you don't know the title, you just pass null. And the return value is the handler of the child window. So that's what this is for. Okay, so the tool I was talking is if you have Visual Studios 2012, there's a tool called Spy++, which is just like that. I think it also comes with Visual Studios 2010. If you don't know, then you can always Google it. You just go download Spy++, and it will look something similar to like this. Once you open that, this will display all the windows that are currently open or that are currently active. So we'll look for the notepad window, which is right here, untitled notepad. So we'll scroll through the list, and hopefully we'll find it. You know what? I think I might have missed it. Notepad window right here, untitled notepad. So this is the window we're working with. So you see a plus sign, it means it has childs. So if you expand that, you can see right here the next window is the edit window. And you can also, the good thing about this is that you can also highlight it, and it will tell you which window you're working with. So this is the parent window, this is child window. So if I just go right click on it, if I highlight it, you see it highlights it. So we know we want to work with this window. And if you go to the properties, you see there is no caption. For the first window we had the caption, but obviously this is a big text box, we don't have any caption. But if you go to the class tab, it does tell you what the class name is. So the class name is edit, and we can use that to retrieve the handler. So we'll just close this out, just minimize this, and we'll go to the API viewer, and we'll search for the function called FindWindowEx. Okay, so Control C. Let's put that in our class. Control V. Let's put this to public. And let's go back to our form. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we knew this wasn't working. Again, to test it out, we'll just start it, and you heard the beep. We know it's not working because it's not the right handler. So what we want to do is once we get the handler for this title bar, we wanna search the handler for this big text area, and we can find that by using first declare a variable called dim child handler as integer. By the way, the HWND, I refer that as a handler. So Win32 dot FindWindowEx. So the first parameter from the MSDN description, it was saying the parent handler, which is the handler, the HWND that we find earlier on. The next parameter is the child handler, which is, we don't know, we'll just pass null. The third parameter is the class name, and we got the class name from the spy++ tool, which was edit. And the last parameter is the caption, and again, we don't know the caption for this text box. We'll just pass null. So we'll just pass nothing. Once we get this, so this is the handler for the text box. So what we'll do is, once we find this, if not HWND equal to 0 and CHWND equals to 0. So if we got a valid handler for both the parent and child windows, what we'll do is we'll set the focus on the child handler, and then we'll send the key saying hello. And this time you'll see it works. So we'll just start it. Oops, something is wrong. If not handler and child handler. Maybe this. Yeah, exactly. So this time it worked. You can prove it. And bingo, hello. So there you go. So the first time, when we, again, just a quick walkthrough. I'm finding the parent handler, which is the untitled notepad, which is this one. Once I find that handler, I need to find the child handler for this text area. I do that by calling the FindWindowEx function. It takes the parent handler, which was found earlier on. The second parameter is the child handler, which we don't know, we pass nothing. The third parameter is the class name, which is the edit. We got that class name by in spy++. The fourth parameter is the caption, and we don't know the caption for the text box, so we just pass nothing. And once we get that, we just do a quick if condition that if they're not 0, we'll just set, we call this set foreground function. And because once I launch Visual Studios, it steals the focus. So I call the it activates the child window, which is this one, and then we call the sendKeys.send hello. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. I will be posting another video pretty soon, so stay tuned. Thanks.